Don't you know we're just starting? But you sure we got the clue how that this we go. Don't you know no more art? And as you look to the horizon, not a cloud, but then stormy weather's go too cold. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you is not what you foretold. You never see it coming. You see that my mind is too fast for eyes. You're done there, but the time is hit you, you're not surprised.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is Dspnews, the unreliable ones. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newsroom and welcome to the Goutopia News Network, your unreliable source for DSP News. No tagline yet. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with one of our favorites, Snort Burnell. Oh yes, Dspgaming. They turned me into an e-beggar. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Phil has been fighting the whole e-beggar thing for a while. First he said he's not an e-beggar. Then he tried to say crowdfunding is the way to go. Then he says everybody else does it. I don't know why you guys are coming down on me about it. Yada yada yada. To now finally admitting he is just that, an e-beggar. Now, what is an e-beggar exactly? Let's think about that for a minute, because it falls into I think it's really clear who an e-beggar is. Okay, for example, and a well-known example if you guys have been around for a while. If you guys remember Tevin having a problem with his laptop, or I think his house was flooded. This is a couple years ago, and he had his house flooded. It was either his house was flooded or he had a laptop that was basically dying out. Now let me reiterate this because it's important. He was going to get the laptop anyway. It was going to be a little longer. But if anybody wanted to give money to help him out to get it quicker, then so be it. There's another guy I watch who he had a similar circumstance that Tevin did, and he was like, I'm going to get a new PC. It's going to take me a little longer, but I'm going to get one. But if anybody would like to contribute to help me get it faster, then so be it. So those are the two scenarios. Okay, they put it out there. They didn't say give me money, or if not, there's not going to be any videos. Neither man said that. They said, I plan to get the device, insert here, eventually. If you guys want to help contribute to help me get it a little quicker, cool. If not, no problem. And both individuals, Tevin and then this other guy, got it. Tevin ended up getting like a laptop, and then the other guy, he ended up getting like a brand new PC made and whatnot. It was a nice one too. It's real nice actually. It's clean. And what both men ended up doing with it was, the money's worth, its money's worth and some. So everybody essentially ended up, coming out on top. Now let's get into e-begging. E-begging is what Phil does. E-begging is what people do when they're in a position, when they make it seem like, let me reword this. E-begging, my definition of e-begging is when someone threatens you with their content. If you don't give me money, I can't make this anymore, and then you won't have it. I consider that to be e-begging. I feel that people supporting you, trying to help you out, want to throw you some money, cool, no problem. But when you start to demand them doing it, it's when you tell them that if you do not give me this money, then I'm not going to do this anymore. That's e-begging. That's just kind of my definition. That's not all of it, but that's the broad strokes of it. Someone asked me, what are your thoughts on detractors of any community monetizing their stuff? If you put the time into it, then go ahead. You know what I'm saying? If you have a donation button, if you have ads on your video, if people want to just contribute to you because they appreciate what you do, then by all means. But there's no detractors out here begging for money. That's not the case. So, you know what I'm saying? That's my thoughts on it. I know everybody feels differently about monetizing DSP stuff or whatever the case may be. As far as I'm concerned, if you put the work into it, you deserve to reap the rewards. As far as I'm concerned, Phil said once, stupidly, that he paid the $60 for the ingredients to make his work of art. Well, as you know, his work of art was shit. It was uncooked. It wasn't even mixed properly. It was slop. And someone else comes along and makes it palatable. I think they should be compensated for that if they feel that they want to be compensated for it. Or if people want to contribute to that individual for what he or she does, then they can. I don't have a problem with that. That's as far as I'm willing to take it, because that's all I feel about that. So there you go. If you're willing to put the time in, you should be compensated for your time. That's my personal opinion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's go ahead and get into what Phil has to say about this e-begging. Thank you guys for kind of being in there. I know the videos are coming out a little bit more frequent than usual. I can't guarantee you it's going to be like this every month moving forward, but you know, I'm balancing my time a lot better now and whatnot. You know, doing my thing. You know what I'm saying, and whatnot. You know, there's a lot going on, and I want to try to stay busy. And so, since I'm watching these videos anyway, it's a good time to go ahead and just record, and that makes it consistent and whatnot. So hopefully I can consistently bring you the product, and hopefully as time goes on, it gets better. That's the goal of all of us here, but certainly that's the goal that I set when I step behind this microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DSP News. Always late, never breaking. Unreliable coverage that you can't count on. Oh yes, a GTG Network Productions. You guys all know the slogan. Y'all smell that? I don't smell it either. I don't smell no bacon cooking. I do not smell no bacon cooking. Nope, no bacon. It is time to watch me work.
Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. I'm congested, it's still dripping, it's gross. But as the day progresses on, it actually calms down.
Alright, continuing on, we have Eternal Napalm, who did a 50-bit cheer. He says, the unhinged, hateful conspiracy theories I see thrown against you is pathetic. I don't get why people hate you so much. I've been enjoying your content since Dark Souls 2 in 2014. Well, the bottom line is, you can ask these people whatever you want. You can ask them, oh, gee, you know, why do you hate Phil so much? They'll all have their own individualized story. Okay? They will. And some of them, I'm sure, will make some sense. Some of them won't. Some of them are holding on to grudges, just insane grudges from, like, the longest period of time for things that are so long in the past that haven't happened in a million years. You know, keep in mind, I'm a content creator who, on a full-time day here, I'm streaming anywhere from 8 to 10 hours.
You mean like your grudge against Toby Turner, Justine, John and Howard? You mean like those grudges? You mean like those grudges against some of those guys at Evo, they sat there and punked your ass into a corner? Those grudges? Just saying. Just to name a few. Just putting it out there.
So in 8 to 10 hours every single day, you know, in the thousands and thousands of hours that I'm putting out of content a year, maybe, you know, a small minuscule amount of time do I do something that these people don't like, yet that's what they focus on, okay? They're some of these hyper-focused, real just nitpickers who want to do that and make that as their excuse to hate on me. The bottom line is, if you actually look into it, most of these people are in it for the sake of community, for the sake of the fact that they can join in other people in collectively hating something. It gives them a feeling of belonging.
Oh my god!
Because maybe otherwise in real life they don't have that. It's almost like joining a club, you know?
A $5 sub club.
And, you know, let's face it, over the years, many people who have popularity have these clubs of people who actually dislike them rather than like them, right? However, the sad fact is that in the case of the people who don't like me, they've actually gained notoriety and popularity, and a lot of times they've even made money by stealing my content and illegally cutting it up, remaking it into something that it shouldn't be.
It's misrepresentative of who I am. A silver-tongued talker, right? Oh, I'm just gonna say it one way, and hopefully you'll believe it, even though that's not the truth. And that's literally what's happening here. The guy's a liar. The guy's a fucking blatant liar and lying to everyone. But people are believing it because they don't know any better.
Okay. Excuse me. I can't clear out my throat. It's pissing me off. Oh, man. I really hope that this drip stops because it's really pissing me off today. But anyway, you know, basically it's a community of people who know what they're doing is messed up, but they have no conscience. They're basically sociopaths. They know that they can concretely hurt me being a small-time kind of content creator. I'm not a big guy. I've been around for over 10 years, but I'm not on the level where this kind of stuff, you know, I'm immune to it. I'm not. It's quite the opposite. It can actually hurt me pretty bad if things go wrong because of the trolling and shit that they do. Okay? So, that being said, even though every person would claim to have some kind of a reason or some kind of a story behind, oh, this is why I don't like Phil, the overwhelming bottom line is that there's no consensus on what it is. They all just find some weird justification to do what they do so that they can feel good about themselves and being part of an actual toxic, negative group of people who this is what they do. It's cool to hate on Phil. It's cool to harass his streams. It's cool to steal his content and make fun of him and do nasty, toxic stuff. See what I mean? It's just fucked up.
It's obvious the guy is completely sensitive about it. A little sensitive sissy ninny. You know, they really are. Little special snowflakes who've been pet and, you know, protected by their parents all their lives.
But normal people don't get bothered by that stuff. You know what I mean? It's just, it's people who, like, are really fucked up in the head who would even think about doing that kind of shit. So, you know, it's ridiculous, but it's life, I guess. Alright? And I gotta put up with it. So it is what it is. And it's hilarious, because then you get someone like Flint and Stock, when the stream chat just said, oh, well, if you stop mentioning detractors and money, maybe you'd have less people who restream you illegally. Wrong. Because then they just find something else. And the bottom line is, I don't mention detractors and money more than just a few minutes every single fucking stream. If you watch the entirety of my stream today...
Thank you, Phil, for admitting that every stream you mentioned detractors. It sounds to me like you can't live without us more than we can't live without you. Just saying. And you do beg all the time. Multiple times. Especially recently. Remember? Off for a week. King Tut fucked me. You two fucked me. You need to get this money. Hashtag just saying. Hashtag facts. Hashtag feels bad, man.
Fine. Pretty much only on the pre-stream segments do I mention it. Once the gameplay starts, it's gone. The problem is, you only focus in on those segments and act like that's the entirety of the stream when it's not. And that's not my fault, and there's nothing I can fix. That's something you have to fix within yourself to stop focusing on the one little segment of a stream you don't like out of an 8 to 10 hours of streaming that I'll do today. Sorry that I'm a human.
No.
And I have to actually mention things like, oh yeah, you can actually contribute to the stream. Every other streamer does it, okay? However, I get shit for it. So maybe you should, instead of being negative about it, you should understand why I do it, and you should be appreciative that I don't constantly advertise on my streams like other people, and enjoy the content, and just be chill and stop complaining.
Okay, so Finn Stack now says no one advertises, and that's it for him. Enjoy your ban. I'm just going to ban. It's salty as fuck. It's like pure salt. All you could taste was salt. You couldn't taste anything else. Seriously. Yes, no streamers advertise. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. Okay, goodbye. When you hear that, that's it. You just know once you hear that, there's no reasoning with this person. He's just an idiot. One good Samaritan, someone who's just trying to be a negative jerk. So, goodbye.
Andrew says, well, I agree, never talking about money would help your situation. The fact of the matter is you have no choice because what these people have done to you in the past to fuck your financial situation, they put you in the situation. So I'm sure you prefer to never mention money. That's right, and in fact...
It's not me, it's the trolls.
Let us, shall we, everyone, harken back to a time, an era, when I never mentioned that shit at all. You know, back in the heyday of YouTube, when I first started out, from the years of 2008 all the way through when I got laid off from my job in 2010, I never mentioned anything like that, okay? Okay, and then, after I started doing this full-time for a living, and I stopped accepting any kind of donations or anything like that, from the years of 2011 all the way through when I moved out here in 2014, again, when the money was good before my YouTube channels were trolled into oblivion, and my income was dramatically reduced, I never mentioned it at all. I didn't have a Patreon, I didn't accept pledges or donations, none of that. It wasn't until these same people who actively complain about me e-begging, they're the fucking reason why I have to do it. before they came in as a toxic influence and trolled my channels with false copyright strikes and harassed people into not wanting to associate with me so I couldn't do collaborations or get sponsorships from companies who
You wouldn't have done collaborations anyway. People have offered to do collaborations with you and you turned them all down. So, and these are people who came out of, who, you know, they themselves were like, hey, you know, DarkSidePhil, would you like to do a collaboration? And you said no. So that ain't got shit to do with Detractors, dude.
And or content creator on YouTube can actually get these kind of partnerships until they got me kicked out of my YouTube partnership this year by harassing the shit out of Curse. You see what I mean?
I did nothing wrong. I did
And
everything.
and none of us had anything to do with Curse. You were going to get kicked off by Curse anyway. They had to restructure just like all the other MCNs, and you weren't profitable and you were worth more trouble. You weren't worth the trouble, to be honest with you. But mainly, you weren't profitable. You weren't bringing in enough money. If Phil was still, if it was back in Phil's heyday where he was making 10 million, 12 million, 15 million views a month, they probably would have put up with it. But they didn't, because Phil is barely able to pull $1 million in. He's barely doing that. Think about that decline. Going from 15 million views a month now to barely hitting 1. Jesus Christ. Even Monday, Matt would be frightened at hearing that.
I make mistakes. I'm a fallible human. But most of the things that happen to me, I didn't do anything wrong. What did I do wrong? Nothing. Zero. And then you people, well, Phil's a toxic streamer. No, you actually you tried to make me look like that. You think I'm the villain? Go fuck yourself.
Because of all these things, they're the reason why I'm in the situation I'm in. I'm not saying I'm completely, what's the word? I'm completely not at fault. I'm not. There's a lot of financial decisions and things over the years I did poorly. I never expected when I moved out here in 2014 that within 2 years, my income would be reduced by 60%. But it was, okay? That was completely took me out of my left field. I had no concept that kind of shit would happen.
This guy constantly whining. Wah. Shut the fuck up. God damn.
Wait, he said that he moved out there with his income cutting by 60%. Wait a second, you moved across country knowing that your income was getting cut by half. Or potentially knowing that your income could have been cut by half. You were already you were already in a decline. By how much, he never really talked about. But you knew that it was going to continue to go down unless you made changes. You thought moving into this house, having a designated office would do so. But in truth, you ended up putting less effort into what you were doing in Seattle as you were doing in Connecticut. And you had all the space and all the peripherals and everything that you ever wanted to be able to do it. And most of it you didn't use, or you didn't use it properly. Or because you didn't see the outcome that you wanted because you were just getting started, you gave up. You're a quitter. And now you want to sit here and blame Detractors because you were failing? Get the fuck out of here. There's not enough money that would have saved you. You were bad with sponsorships and trying to do collaborations with people before. It wasn't going to save you now. Right, let's continue.
Oh my god.
But the reason is that it got that much depleted was them. Yet they're the ones who will make fun of me and call me out. Want to talk about hypocritical? So we're gonna get Phil shit for doing something that the only reason he does it now is because we created the situation for him to begin with.
What?
I mean, talk about hypocritical. You think I'm a hypocrite? No, they're the ultimate hypocrites. But again, they're in this weird mob-like, cult-like mentality that everything they do is immune to any kind of criticism, and what they're doing is in the right and righteous because the content creator who's put out free content daily for the last 10 years is somehow in the wrong.
Oh my god, dude, just shut up. Just shut up and stop whining. Ugh.
Right? I'm in the wrong.
You know, even though I was fine before these fucking people ever came along to have their jollies, alright? I had no issues. It was only when they appeared from the fucking dark caves of the world to harass the fuck out of me and my business, that's when things go wrong, but it's my fault, okay? In their mind, this is how they think, alright? So it's fucked up. Whining, complaining. Okay. This is why post-nasal drip sucks so bad. It makes colds linger for a long-ass time.
Alabama Joe just tip me $1 says, don't
So basically, my business was in a decline. It's all these guys' fault that my business is in a decline, which forced me to do e-begging, when in actuality, you could have put a little bit more effort into your work. You could have maybe not stopped streaming on Twitch. Maybe you could have put some more effort into your streams on YouTube, or just your content in general, or get a part-time job. You had a whole lot of options, and you didn't do it. So it's bad enough that the views were already drying up, but then the viewership started to dry up too. And then the support. That's why you only have let's say between 300 and 400 people. This time last year I said it was between 400 and 500, but now it's between 300 and 400 people that give you money, and that's it. Yet this idiot has 60,000 plus people following him on Twitch and has like 180,000 plus on YouTube, but only 300 people come through to help him. I don't know. It's there's a discrepancy here. I don't know how he don't see it, but he don't.
get to you so easily, play games, ignore them. You should let the pre-stream go so long it only induces trolls to troll you. Well, all I'm doing is responding to people's contributions, which is what everyone tells me they want. They say, Phil, in order to be a fun, interactive streamer, you need to be able to, respond to everyone's contributions and give them a shout out and answer their questions.
Wait. You've sat there and skipped people's contributions before. Matter of fact, when you came back from being sick, you said that people had contributed while you were gone, and you didn't want to spend 30 minutes reading those contributions. Did you ever get around to doing it? No? Okay, so then that means you lied. And that's not the first time. You've been in gameplays where people had given contributions, you said you were going to read them later, and you never did. So what are you talking about? I smell bacon cooking now. Ooh, I smell bacon cooking.
Into blatant trolling, but if someone has a legit question, you should answer it. So that's what I do. It seems like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Because if I had ignored a bunch of these things that people had asked me on pre-stream, all I would hear is how Phil doesn't appreciate his fans. Phil doesn't give shout-outs like he says he does. He's dishonest about that. And we should call out Phil for his hypocrisy. Right? Then I give the proper shout-outs and address all that stuff. All Phil does is talk about trolls and money. It's like, you can't win either way. That's what I mean about those people who want to complain. There's no way to win. So it doesn't matter what I do. I'll just do whatever. There's no fucking point in even dwelling on it.
Oniony, salty aftertaste in my mouth.
Great, we got a stupid troll, guys. Oh my god. Yeah, we got a stupid troll. Sigh.
Well, I can't play this match because the troll fucked us. The troll fucked our team, but there's no way I can concentrate with him dancing in front of me like a dumb fucking no-life piece of shit. Balls haven't fucking dropped yet, so... Why am I toxic? Oh, Phil actually is a really toxic person, so we're just gonna keep saying, why am I toxic? Because it's a meme. We just had a troll in the chat. Celebrate Gout 100. So, har, Phil had gout earlier this year, and he talked about it publicly because he talks about this stuff publicly. He shares it, right? He's not ashamed. He's not one of these people who hides the personal shit about his life. He talks about it. And so I brought this up, and everyone knows that I had gout earlier this year, and I don't have it anymore. I haven't had it since, shit, I'm trying to think the last flare-up was sometime during the summer, you know? Because I changed my lifestyle. I don't drink as much. I'm not eating as much red meat. I'm a lot more healthy now. And because of that, I haven't had any issues with it. But they think it's like funny to bring that shit up. Look, another one. Fall gout. How is this funny? Like, what is funny about that? It's over. Like, it's so outdated. Find something else. Maybe the most outdated, stupid references. Like, you can tell, that's how you can tell how stupid and immature and just dumb these people are. It's not even funny. It's not annoying. It doesn't annoy me. It's not funny. It's not annoying. All you do is make yourself look stupid. Do I need to instruct people on how to troll? You're terrible at it. My God, you're bad. It's just so bad. It's not. It's just like pathetic. It's like a little 5-year-old, you know? It's like a 33-year-old and a 5-year-old's trying to make fun of him. And you look at him like, are you fucking for real? Like, you just made a joke about like a banana or something. It's so dumb. Gout, I haven't even mentioned it. And how long? Because I don't have it. Oh my God. What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis.
Oh, we'll get that pillow. We'll get that pillow clip eventually. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This was a little shorter than I was expecting, so you guys know the rules. Usually, with shorter videos, there will usually be a 2 broadcast day. Then, so that's what we're gonna try to aim for today. If not, my bad. A day, I guess another day that comes up, we'll try to give you 2 broadcasts. But yeah, that's a little shorter than I thought. All right, so we might have to give you 2 of these. That would be fair. Yeah, that'd be fair. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, you've heard his e-begging story is rather petty and sad to say the very least. It's yet again a man who's not willing to live up to his own responsibilities, blaming it on everybody else. Not his fault. It was never his fault. It was all these brain dead idiots who hate me and shit, and continue to give me money, guys, because yeah, you guys are going to support me for the rest of my lives, or for the rest of your lives. Well, rest of his life. He's going to live a lot shorter than the rest of them. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's a typical day in the office for the life and times of Darkside Pig. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DSP News. Always late, never breaking. Unreliable coverage that you can't count on. Oh yes, a GTG Network Productions. I am your host, /anchor GTG. And I'm signing off. Have a good day, guys. End of broadcast. And as I said, yeah, there'll be another video up. This video should go up in the morning. So you should get another video either late afternoon or early evening and whatnot, because I like to, because you guys know the rules about shorter broadcasts. All right, talk to you guys later. Have a good day.